Hello everyone, Namaste. This is your astrologer Shyam from Atma Shuddhi Astrology, and this video is all about 2026 state assembly elections in Tamil Nadu. So what sort of election this would be, and my prediction is going to be on that. As far as this specific 2026 state assembly elections of Tamil Nadu is concerned, it's going to be played in two different angles, two different platforms. One is to stop Edappadi Palaniswami from emerging out as a leader and staying in politics. That's angle number one. And angle number two is to make a Stalin, dethrone from his position and to, make him not come to the topmost position of chief minister candidate. So these two are the main angles of the 2026 elections that's going to happen in 2026 in Tamil Nadu. So the reason is, so on the one front, Edappadi Palaniswami, has a history of, lot of betrayals to the party, surpassing Shashikala, post her, acquittal from the case and coming out of the jail imprisonment. He, in fact, he showed all his kinds of signs of betrayal and disloyalty to the party. And everybody is they have a grudge towards that kind of an attitude of Edappadi Palaniswami because he was once working under the able leadership of Jayalalitha, and also he was the strong lieutenant of Shashikala, and he was being directed by people like TTV Dinakaran. See, all these people were at the topmost position, above Edappadi Palaniswami. It's like handing over your palace to the servant of the palace. Will anyone accept? Will the king accept? Will the kingmaker accept? No, none is going to happen. So that's what the scenario is. So on the one side, Shashikala, TTV Dinakaran and OPS, TVK, which is Vijay's party, they all want to stop Edappadi Palaniswami from emerging out as a leader. And on the other hand, the platform number two is to stop Stalin from becoming the chief minister candidate. The reason is BJP and TVK, their ultimate aim is to avoid Stalin from becoming, the topmost candidate of the Tamil Nadu. So that's another platform through which this election is going to happen. And out of this entire proposition, what's going to happen is none of the party will gain the absolute majority to, ascend to the throne. So that's one of the key predictions of this day. And another thing is people always look at elections as something which is very mundane with all logics, numbers and all those kinds of game. But then they forget about the astrological part of it. Who has the capacity, who has the strength of the chart to really become the chief minister candidate or chief minister of the state. Having said that, Edappadi Palaniswami, being cornered, when you actually look at his horoscope from the Dasamsha, which is the chart for career, from Saturn, his 10th lord is in the 8th house, and there is multiple planetary alignment with Rahu Ketu, which will not allow him to ascend to the throne as he aspires. So that's one of the key aspects of, the prediction, where Edappadi will get dethroned or his position will become unstable due to the pressure from multiple angles of his ex-bosses who are targeting, to just dethrone him from the position that he's been claiming for quite some time now. So that's one of the key things that I wanted to share in this, video. And apart from that, if Edappadi's position becomes very fragile, over a period of time, he might also take a stand to share his seats with DMK and form a very concrete arrangement. So that might also happen, and that's an end game in fact. So this is the kind of a prediction that I wanted to share. So the 2026 elections, one thing is there is no absolute majority. Secondly, it will be a coalition government, and there is no government which can really take up the elections and be part of it as a whole. So that's one thing. So maybe 80 to 90 seats one party, then another party supplying with another 20 to 30 seats. So or plus or minus 5 to 10 seats, these kinds of arrangements forming together, and strong negotiations might happen towards the end of the elections, and then the government will form with a coalition arrangement. So that's one of the key predictions that I wanted to share in this video. Keep watching this space, that we will be talking a lot about mundane astrology, political astrology, sports and business predictions around the world, and we will also be talking a lot about astrological principles and astrological pariharam remedies, which would be very, very useful for your life. So thank you really so much. Namaste.